not. You're not. You're just overwhelmed. You're not depressed. Well, I'm not a doctor.
I'm
okay,
overwhelmed.
I get it. Yeah. But
I'm
I don't
overwhelmed,
feel...
right. I'm overworked and underpaid and overstretched.
Amen. You should write a country song. Then you'll get well paid. You can figure out the rest. One other random thing to say to you, and this is completely random, but I'm supposed to tell you to check your oil in your car. Not being sponsored by Jiffy Lube. I'm just supposed to tell you to take care of your oil in your car. What the heck? Fine, I'll say that. There it is. Oh, I've had such a blast talking to you. And I really like your energy. It's a rose quartz color underneath the gray field. We just kind of needed to move that out, okay, to get to you. All right. I feel good. Do you have, let's see, do we have Dave? Can I sneak another question in on her? I think I can. I've got 5 minutes. He's going to kill me otherwise. Got anything else you want to ask?
I just was hoping I was going to be able to move closer to my children at some point, but I feel like I'm stuck here right now.
I see the eldest child being a son. If I'm incorrect, I see a son as either a son-in-law, but I see an eldest child as a son. I feel like I'm supposed to acknowledge the numbers 3-2. I don't know if that's 32 years old. You don't sound like you'd be old enough to have a 30-year-old. Maybe it's 23. My impression is yes, but I feel like it could be like a hop, skip, and a jump. So I feel like you could be going from wherever you live to Woodview, to Durham, to Fayetteville. But I feel like it's going to be in the... There goes the name Wood. I think it's a doctor. Dr. Wood, Dr. Carpenter, Dr. something related to Wood. I hope his name's not Dr.
I'm writing
Termite.
things down, so.
Good, because normally I record them. But in this case, you know what you can do? Watch this rerun and just write down everything you can. And that goes with you, Tiffany, if you're still listening, because I'm convinced you're an actress. And anybody who gets a reading by us awesome psychics, okay, I'm blushing, but you know what I mean, the really good psychics on the station, you can go back and watch those shows again, and when you do, you pick up so much more that the psychic was saying. Because I don't know about the rest of the psychics, but I have a tendency to talk a million miles a minute. Haven't you noticed? Dave's always telling me, slow down.
Well, I come from psychics. I mean, my mother was psychic. I'm trying to develop my psychic. So.
You want to know something?
I'm picking up on people's emotions.
Yeah, you are. You want to know something funny? Dave with his crystal ball behind the scenes and his GPS and his Google system over there, he just says, and he's typing it over to me now, he just found a Dr. Wood in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh,
and it's Dr. Brandt. Dr. Brandt Wood. Now, I would think that would be a hoot if it were Dr. Branch Wood. Then you got it.
I'm writing it down. I'm gonna watch it too because I listen to your show and everything. This is what I do when I'm working. At work, I listen to a lot of paranormal things and.
Well, come up to the book signing. I have a book signing at the Additions Coffee House, August 20. Yeah, I'm supposed to know my own schedule. August 22nd, August 25th, and August 4th, Kannapolis. You know, home in NASCAR, K-Town. But
Indianapolis?
No, not Indy. No, Kannapolis. That's the other NASCAR. I'm in like national. I don't know what it stands for. NASCAR, just where they race cars, turn left. Kannapolis with a K and like Annapolis.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, listen, I've got to close my show, but thank you so much. And thank you, everyone.
And my husband's birthday is 23, by the way, so there might be their 32.
There you go. Get a job in Fayetteville. Thank you all for listening to Red and Friend. Okay, take care. And everyone else, don't forget you are listening to Red and Friend Psychic Talk Psychic Radio. Remember, reality is what you make it. So make sure you make it the very best. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next week.
This is Fiona, Persian Medium I Am Power, and tonight is Fiona's show. And before I start my show, I would love to introduce a very accurate and awesome psychic named Bella Love, which tomorrow going to be our guest, avid guest, at 8 Pacific time. So get ready for her, and I'm kind of very excited to have her in my show. She's very special, she's very accurate, and I love her personality. And what I feel and what I sense, I think that you are guys going to love her as well. So before I take any caller, my today's topic was about power and destiny. You may be starting kind of new job. Maybe you're starting some sort of, hunting new houses. Maybe you're starting a new relationship. Maybe you feel that every time you're starting something new, then nothing good happened and you're not succeed. And like you're getting tired. You're unhappy about it. You are not okay. You are kind of, let it go. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe I should just let it go. Yeah, run away. Like, that's the best idea. Well, my advice to you is don't run away. And don't say that this is just about God's will or somehow this is destiny. Well, I can't do it because I know myself or anything in regard to. So what you need to do is to stop bugging yourself. Stop telling yourself that you can't. Stop making up a lot of negative energies around and feel that people sending negative energies to me, those people doesn't want me to succeed and all that stuff. So try to focus on yourself, focus on your goal, and try to see if you're getting closer to your goal every day. Write it down. Make sure that you are getting closer. Don't say it was God's will because God already gave you the power. You have the power. And the power will start and stay with you until you die. Then don't say, I can't. Say, I can and I will. So back to studio, and this is me again, Fiona, and I have a caller. Hello, my darling. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Jessica. How's it going, my love? From Missouri. How's it going, my love? How was everything so far for you, babe?
It's wonderful. I really liked that last bit you just did.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it, baby. I love it. So, gorgeous. Give me your date of birth first. Let me just open the Pentagon for you right now and see what I can do. And let's see what we can find right away for more success and happiness for Jessica. Go ahead, my love.
My birthday is May 9th, 1987.
Mm-hmm. Okay, babe. Shoot your question, my love. Tell me what you have in your heart. Let me just see what I can find. Go ahead, babe.
I just want to know if I'm on the right path, if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing.
That was exactly what I'm talking about, gorgeous. And answer from your pentagon and what I feel right now psychically, and I absolutely telling you the answer. Yes, you do. I see that you kind of a little tired, doubtful, and somehow just kind of like listening to a couple of people around that may not really, you know, doesn't like to say that everything is going to be all right. So if you're around and surround people who says, you can't succeed, you can't do that, it's not you. Don't stop it. I mean, like, why are you doing this that? Like, you can have easy as, like, you know, just say no. Move on. If you find a person that's telling you that, well, congratulations. Sounds like if you found a real and absolutely awesome idea. And I feel like you can do that. Just continue. Don't doubt. Then do it. Then be around and surround those people that support you, give you all the resources around the world to help you out. So remember, my love, your pentagon, your reading right now at the moment, Jessica, says you are in the right path. The directions is completely correct. All you need to do, charge your battery and trying to make a move from people who says you can't. You got it, baby?
Thank you. Yes, I got it.
And the very funny but very nice, beautiful, awesome messages that I am receiving right now, Jessica, is about that you are that close. So it means that you don't need to fight or kind of running after that success because you are very close. The couple of dates that telling me that you are very close, number one is September 11 until September the 27th, which is I see that absolutely close. And something going to happen in August 18 that will change the directions exactly the way that you would love to see in the month of September. So you got it?
Oh, yeah?
You are that close. You are going to be surprised, like how awesomely and nicely you are going to succeed. And I love to say, congratulations already. Go for it.
Thank you.
Without no
awesome.
doubt. I know you can. And I see your success. And I wanted you to continue. Just do it. Just continue.
Just do it.
And never, ever give up. Even if you feel like, I'm getting tired, it's normal. It's completely normal. Just let it go. Be yourself. And use your power that you have inside. And ask yourself every day, am I doing right? And if the answer is yes, then you are in the right path and right directions. Listen to yourself, your own power. Any other questions, sweetheart?
And in my current love life,
Sure.
How do you see that go?
Let me just look up for you, baby. Okay. Give me the name of the person because I'm getting a little bit confused because there's a lot ongoing right now, sweetie.
His name's Robert.
Mm-hmm. I think you got it, but I mean a lot ongoing. correct?
I'm sorry?
So, I think you got it exactly what I said. The lots are going right now in your directions, or when it comes to the gentleman named Robert.
You're right. Yes.
So, I have actually two good news. The first one is telling me that he will surprise you before you are going to start argue or ask him for what you want. So you are going to get surprised from Robert before you just ask for what you are looking for. So you got it?
Okay.
You will.
I got it.
Then don't ask. Don't try to prove yourself to him, because you did already and approved. Done. There is a couple of things that I can see that he would love to change and challenge, which I can see it very strongly and nicely. It will happen anytime soon for him, because there is two obstacles that could stop him to not doing the way that it has to. So that's why I wanted you to relax and give him time. Don't worry about the rest. You are finding a real deal. And if you did not really get exactly what you want yet, that doesn't mean that you have to let it go or be worried about. It's coming.
Right.
And the surprise for you from Robert's coming around, if Robert would love to, or maybe he would love to surprise you and not even give you the date, but I can give you a little bit. So it's going to be around the August 23rd until August 27th. So get ready for that.
Okay.
And make sure that you complete your energies. Make sure that you are not doubting about your abilities. Make sure that you are not doubting about your confidence, my love. You have everything. You are too good to be true for him. And he would love to be the man in your life. So try to feel good. Try to connect. And try to save your energies and power for your success and happiness that will happen together with Robert. Trust him.
Awesome news.
Just trust him. You can trust him. Sometimes men not talking too much. You know, some men have some personalities just like not talking too much about what they had, what really they have in their head. And then you kind of like trying to guess. You're trying to make it happen. Just like talk to me. Tell me. I mean, like, I want to hear that you love me. I want to hear that you want to engage me. I want to hear that you're going to, you know, get in under the same roof. I want to hear that you just like feel that I'm beautiful. But, you know, not every man does. And if not, that doesn't mean that he doesn't. So you got it, baby?
Right. I got
He's
it.
that
That's
type of
what
the
I
guy.
needed to hear.
Exactly. He's that type of the guy that kind of like having a little bit difficult to just like, I love you, Jessica. You know what, Jessica, you're the most amazing woman in my life. But you know what? He has all those amazing words and beautiful words in his head. What you can do with time, you teach him to say, my love, I want to hear verbally. I don't want to just guess if you love me. And I promise you, with action, with time, you are going to adopt him exactly the way as you wish. You can do it, Jessica.
Good.
Trust me.
Good.
Awesome.
That's a sigh of relief.
You are excited, huh? Okay, gorgeous.
Yes.
I have another caller, babe, but Jessica, you can find me on avidadvice.com. Right now, if you sign up, you are going to have 5 free minutes that you can talk with any advisors, which is all of them is certificate and approved. Then you can go and visit the site avidadvice.com, get your 5 free minutes, choose any psychic you want. And don't forget tomorrow that I have Psychic Bella Love as a guest. So now back to studio, and I have Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing? Jennifer, are you there, honey? Jennifer? Okay, let's see. So, yeah, I know that Jessica is still hearing me, though, that maybe I'm not hearing her, but I have to say, well, my love, I'm proud of you, and please just send me email and tell me that what you did and how you succeed, because I would love to hear about you, Jessica. So don't forget, avidadvice.com and persianmedium@gmail.com. So back to studio, and I have Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing, hon?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic to hear your beautiful, energetic, nice, gorgeous voice. So, Jennifer, give me your date of birth, my love. We don't have not too much time, but I would love to give you the best reading. So then give me your date of birth, shoot your questions, and then tell me what you have in your beautiful mind and what I can do for you. Go ahead, please.
It's 2/14/64.
Okay.
And I'm just going through a really bad breakup, and I don't know why we broke up.
What is the name of the person? What is the name of the person,
Ronnie.
my love? Okay.
It's Ronnie.
Can you just give me his date of birth, babe? I want to open the Pentagon for him separately because I want to know.
3/26, and I'm not sure the year. 3/26, 70. I'm 12 years older than him, so it'd be 76, I think.
Oh, my love. No wonder why he break up with you. No wonder why he just run away without even telling you what's going on. He's not happy. He has 3 problems. One of those, what I can see, has to do with legal. Number 2, I see that he's starting actually to do something like a new project, maybe new business to make more money. He wants to be alone. He kind of the guy that would love to just have his own energies for his, for himself when he actually have any type of the focus of anything, which I don't like it, because if you are in a relationship, if you love somebody, you have to always tell that what exactly you feel, what you want to do, and what you have as a plan, and not running away just because you feel that you are not going to succeed together with that girl or that specific person. Fortunate or unfortunate, I don't know, he's coming back. And my question to you is, do you want him back, or are you going to say yes to him?
Yes, I do. Very badly. He's so angry with me right now. I don't understand why.
Can you hear me, Jennifer?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Jennifer? Yes, I hear you very well, my love. Are you going to say yes to the man that left you? Because
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you ready that if he leave you again out of no reason, can you accept it?
For him to leave me again?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not ready for him to leave me again.
That's why I wanted you to think twice before you have him back. He's coming back, no wonder. Because I can see the date, which coming around actually the August 4th, August 7th, August 11th. Is all about that you're going to hear from him. He's going to come back. He's going to kind of reach out. He's going to talk to you and all this stuff. I mean, so, but he will go again. He's going to stay about 3 months, 2 months, and then he will disappear again, vanish in your face, and then come back again. Do you know why?
Why?
He is narcissist. And unfortunately, what I can see it in his past, you are not the only woman that triggered and suffered by this attitude. So narcissist men always leave and come back again and would love to start again. And after 2 and 3 months, just feel like, no, I can't do it. then goodbye, or sometimes without any goodbye, just vanish to your face and says bye and come back again. This is your choice, babe. Jennifer, I know you love him. I know he's a charming, nice man, which is, they do. People with that problem, they are very charming. They can actually talk about everything, and you are just going to feel like, oh my God, he's the man that I want to marry. He's the man that I want to be with. He's the man that I want to die with. But you have to think, if you would love to, well, you know, why not? You love him. You want to enjoy 3 months and having fun 3 months. Okay, that's fine. And then you want to, you know, move on and just go in your way. That's okay as well. But you have to get ready if you really want to accept this man with that problem. And also the legal problem, I don't know if you know about it or not, but he has actually something that is ongoing right now that is not really cool for him at the moment. So, however, don't reach out because he's not going to respond, okay? Don't talk and don't send any text messages that says, I miss you or I want you back. Don't call. Forget about him completely, more than 100%. Just forget about him. He is going to come back by his own, and he will stay by his own, but it's not going to last more than 3 months. This is what I can see in your pentagon. Okay, Jenny? So if you're ready for that, go for it.
Ready for that.
And I feel if you ever want to make him to believe that he has problem and he needs to go to the therapy or do something about that problem, which he had it for almost about 10 years, is not something new, my love, then there is the chance that he'll listen to you.
Okay.
So you have. And Jenny, I love your personality. You know why? Because you are not afraid to challenge yourself. You are not afraid to even actually feel pain, because when you want something, you want it. You would love to challenge yourself. You would love to see like where you're going to go. I love your personality. That's the awesome personality you have. As long that this beautiful personality not hurting you, then you are in the right path. Just make sure that he's not hurting you, and your stubbornness and kind of like happy person and trying to kind of like figure out that how you can change and challenge him, make him to be a man, and kind of like having an awesome life with. It's just really, really inspire me, and I love it. I'm proud of you, babe. But make sure that you came first before anybody else in any relationship.
Okay.
If you hurt yourself in any relationship, Jenny, then you can't be there for that specific person, or even you can't even be there for yourself. Then be careful about that, Jenny. But I love your personality. I love the way that who you are, because I can see it in the pentagon. Congratulations. I wish you luck from my heart. And when he come back, I will pray, and, you know, I will keep you in my mind that you guys going to be together forever. So congratulations.
Okay.
Continue to be hopeful, truthful, but as I said, don't hurt yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we don't have not too much time. I have just 3 minutes. And yeah, for people who asking, Fiona, where are you? Well, I am at avidadvice.com. You guys can find all the info about me, about other advisors, and also about 5 free minutes that how you guys need to sign up, what to do, or what you guys need to do, and all this stuff. I understand that many of you guys just send me an email and ask me like why you are not there than you was. Well, it's just, you know, now I am in avidadvice.com, so there is no reason for any of you guys to be worried and concerned. So I'm perfectly fine. Everything absolutely awesome. And advisor there, they are absolutely approved and certificate. So you are absolutely in a safe place. And other things, I know that you guys wanted me to answer emails. Unfortunately, I can't because I'm receiving sometimes more than 250 or 300 emails daily. And I'm sorry about that if I'm not come back to you, each of you guys. I love you guys. I'm going to miss you guys if I'm not answering. But remember, you have, and each of you guys is standing in my heart. So Stand By Tomorrow by Bella Love. And this is me, Fiona, Persian Medium I Am Power. And you guys can find me on avidadvice.com. Have a great one, and bye.
Good evening and welcome to Your Time to Shine. Your Time to Shine is a radio show devised to help you find your own divine gifts. I am your host, Julie, and I have with me the amazing Shauna from Nature's Keeper. Welcome, Shauna. Thank you for hosting for us tonight.
Of course, always. It's fun. I love it.
So Shauna and I were actually talking about the foods that we eat. And not only are the foods that we eat important for just our health and our body, but they also have a vibration. I mean, how many people actually stopped and thought about food having a vibration? Have you ever talked to anybody, Shauna, about food having a vibration?
No, I haven't, but it makes sense that it does. Because if you think about certain things you're drawn to and how it makes you feel, it's very interesting.
Yeah, so definitely. So there, there's a lot of research out there. You can definitely Google it. But I just kind of wanted to hit some of the highlights tonight. And Shauna has, we were talking a little before the show, and she has a little different twist on it as well, which I think is really pretty cool. I have to grab my notes because I don't have all of it memorized. But of course, one of the first things is that you want to try to buy organic foods that are not highly processed. So, your grains, your fruits, your vegetables, and your nuts and your oils as well. So, those are just some of the things that you want to take a look at if you're trying to raise your vibration. Some of the things that are going to lower your vibration, of course, processed foods, sugar, actually microwaving your food. Shauna, did you know that microwaving your food could lower the vibration?
Wow, interesting. It makes sense. Speaking of microwaving food, I noticed a difference. Like I used to microwave stuff in plastic containers, and that actually has an effect of the vibration of your food because it's a different energy, a different taste, a different flavor. So, and how hard is it to heat something up in a toaster oven or on the stove? It's really, not going to take you that much longer to do that, right? I mean, it's really not.
Yeah. When I first moved out of home and went to college, of course, that was back, in the late 80s, early 90s. And I mean, the microwaves were like the big thing, they were just coming out. And so it was really great to be able to throw something in the microwave and have it done with like 2 minutes rather than waiting for the stove to warm up and your water to boil and stuff like that. But now I've actually done more of a reversal. I pull the pot out and I boil the vegetable, I steam the vegetables rather than putting them in the microwave, just for that purpose.
Oh, yeah, and it makes a difference on the taste too. Don't you notice that? It just is more vibrant, the color of the vegetables and everything. And that's a big thing too. When you eat the color of the food, that vibrancy too brings in different energy.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that this website that I was looking at was talking about was, especially the leafy vegetables, because as they come up and they grow, they are reaching for the sun. And so they have that vibration of the sun and the energy of it all. And so I thought that was really interesting. Raw honey and maple syrup. So, you can't go to the store and buy Mrs. Butterworth because that's not the natural maple syrup that we're talking about. Herbs and spices, especially oils like olive oil and coconut oil are really good. So, and the old grains, amaranth and brown rice. So some of the thing. And even milk products, as long as it's not, pasteurized and processed a lot. Even those can raise your vibration.
Yeah, and speaking of that, you just gave me a good idea, is a different kind of egg. So I used to buy like cage-free organic eggs. I was like, look at me, you're doing so good. But recently I've made a switch to pasture-raised eggs, and it makes a huge difference because then they're not just, even if eggs are cage-free, it doesn't mean the chickens are actually cage-free. So if they're in the pasture, it's pasture-raised. So more of that fresh eggs, and the chickens are getting the nutrients that they need too. So, and they're healthier eggs and so tasty.
Oh yeah, I bet, because they're able to eat off of the land, right? They're able to go back to the way it was so many years ago. Yeah, the way it was supposed to be. So I'm just looking to see if there was anything that really caught my eye that I haven't already spoke about. You were actually talking about the store where you buy products.
Yeah, where you buy your store. So like me, if I go to like the regular grocery store, it's like I notice sometimes I might want to grab stuff that's not as healthy, that I get more of a craving for stuff that I know isn't as good for me. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to grab that. And then sometimes I give into that urge and sometimes I don't. But there's here where I live in Vancouver, there's this market. It's called Chuck's Produce. And it's kind of like an indoor farmer's market is the way I know how to describe it. It has a lot of local like fruits and vegetables and like fresh meats and, organic stuff. They have like a health food section, a little gift store, a deli, like a little hot bar. And they have even where you can get like fresh fish and all different kinds of fresh food. And I notice when I go in there, I make better choices. And because of the energy in there, it's making you make more conscious choices. Where if you're in the regular store, I notice I don't make as good of conscious choices. I kind of just unconsciously like, oh, I'm going to grab that. That sounds good. But does it really make me feel good energetically? So. Right. As you were bringing up the meats, that was one of the things. Most of the meats are a little bit lower vibration. Any of the meats that you eat, and so again, and that's another reason why people are vegetarians, right? That energy. And go ahead. Oh, yeah. Well, sorry, you just made me think of a more point, not to interrupt, but the energy you ingest from that meat, from the adrenaline and all that, depending on how it's processed and raised and, and all that, you can ingest some of that, those chemicals, that adrenaline and everything, right? Ayurvedic medicine, I think they talk about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have really been trying to get into a habit of actually, as I'm preparing food for my family, and before, I either try to, before I even start preparing, or once it's prepared before it is put, on the table for us, I just say a little prayer for, the animal that has, given its life for our benefit, for my family's benefit. And so I do try to raise the vibration of that a little bit by just saying that prayer. And sometimes I will see the animal come through and smile upon me and, and nod and say, say thank you for that. And sometimes I don't. But I have noticed a couple of times that I have gotten a response. And wow. It makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, if I'm going to, consume, then at least I feel a little bit better about, giving thanks and blessings and, putting it in the right place. So.
Absolutely. I just got chills when you said that. And I think that makes a huge difference because it's, appreciating and respecting where that came from too. That's huge. That's a huge impact. And I think a lot of people, just take things for granted, with, as far as that is concerned too.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't even think about that, as they're sitting down to a meal. I mean, there are those who are religious, of course, and they pray before they have their food, but it's a different type of a prayer and of appreciation. Not one being better than another, of course, but it's just a different type of prayer. The other thing I want to note is, we're talking about high vibrational foods and organic and things like that, or buying organic and things of that nature can be quite expensive. It can increase, it can pretty much double your grocery bill. And so, you take that into account and you do it where you can. Right now here on the Pacific Northwest, I don't know about you, Shauna, but I live in an area with smaller towns, and so they have lots of little fresh fruit and berry stands and vegetables. Yeah, so I try to stop there a lot. Not only are you helping, local farmers and local vendors, but you are able to get the produce that maybe doesn't have all the chemicals and everything like that too.
Oh yeah, and then we have a great farmers market where I live too, and I love getting stuff at that produce store I was telling you about. That's like the grocery store. But will you notice when you buy the organic stuff, sometimes the fruit may not be perfect, but it's the taste, and that's what's so important. And I feel like another thing too, I notice the more organic stuff I eat and the more stuff that's better for me, the less I eat of it because it nourishes your body in a different way. So it's like, you may spend a little bit more, but say, you get something that's like an organic something or other, you're not going to eat as much as you do as like something that has more of that stuff that you're going to, have more of those chemicals, just like if you feed your dog or cat cheap food, they're not going to get the nutrients that they need. So, you feed the better quality food, it costs a little bit more, but then they don't eat as much because they're getting more of the nutrients. So the same goes for us too, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, think about that when you are, when you're out there buying, your fruits and your vegetables. And, if you say, well, I'm going to try something different this week, just pick a few things and just see if it changes, if you can tell a difference in the sensitivity of your body. It's pretty much.
Yeah, and notice how it makes you feel. And even regular grocery stores, a lot of them are good now about having the organic stuff. I like to kind of test, muscle test how, my body feels when I want to grab a certain thing. Like, am I drawn to it or am I like, ooh, hesitant, and kind of pay attention to that too. Have you ever noticed that when you go shopping too? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge. Absolutely. Well, we have a caller ready to go. Are you ready to take some callers?
Yeah, let's do it. I love it.
Awesome. We have Keisha in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Welcome, Keisha. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Wonderful. What can Shauna and I help you with tonight?
I don't know. I didn't expect to get on here so fast, But I love the conversation that you guys was having about healthy foods. I'm about to go into surgery next week, and I have fibroid tumors, so something late. And I have to change my eating habits as well. That would help keep everything down as well. So I guess, because whatever you guys feel, I guess my question would be, how will my surgery go good? Also working on a business, credit repair business, to see if that will go good, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like with your surgery, it's really interesting. I feel like it's going to go well, and I feel like a big release of energy is coming from it, because the energy that you're hanging on to from what needs to be removed from the surgery is actually in a way holding you back. So I feel like you're going to have more momentum and more like full steam ahead, and more creativity and more ideas are just going to flow, because they're already there on the tip of your tongue, and they're just going to like, shoo, it's like the floodgates opening, kind of like a dam where the water just breaks loose. It's just going to be, I feel like it's going to be amazing for you. And you're making more conscious choices for yourself, so you're honoring more of what you want, and the more you do that, the more good things are going to come your way.
Okay, that sounds really good. Yeah, need the surgery. I've been suffering with these for maybe 7 years, and I didn't have insurance. So it wasn't nothing really that I can do about it, and they just kept growing. So it's hard for me at work. I was working 2 jobs, working sometimes 20 hours a day, and I just couldn't get around because I have no energy, because I'm too, it feels like something, weighs me down. And then couldn't have kids. Well, I have 2 kids, but, to have another one, that I couldn't have it because they were in the way, So,
right. You were asking about a job, and I'm feeling really positive things about that. However, I'm being told or guided that you really need to focus on you and your health right now. That is the number one thing. And once you focus on your health and focus on you, the rest of it is just going to come. Like Shauna said, it's like the floodgates are going to open up, and things are just going to start appearing for you, essentially. But this is going to be a little bit of a struggle for you. This is going to be anytime anybody changes their diet, and believe me, I've done the same thing. I've gone gluten-free, dairy-free, and very few grains, and it's a challenge. And so just know that your team, your angels, your guides are smiling upon you. They're so excited about this change coming, and they just want you to know, just be really, really diligent. Because this is going to be such a good thing for you. And it's going to ease so much in your body. Your body is not going to have to work as hard.
Okay, thank you. I was so worried about the doctor. I almost changed doctors. I kept going back and forth between doctors, but they're both good and they're both specialists. It's just one is more experienced. But one was going to just take everything out. And then the other one, he was more compassionate. He's like, I don't want to destroy your body and just rip everything out, because he knows that I wanted to have one more kid. And he was like, you're still young enough, you can have one more. And I want to take my time and make sure that your body gets taken care of the right way. So I feel more comfortable with him. But I was just really nervous. But I was worrying, after the surgery, would everything be better for me, because it's hard to breathe, hard to get around. My weight has been, I carry like an extra 30 pounds because of it. And normally I'm more on the thinner side. So I'm excited about the change too.
Good. Yeah, I'm getting that you've made the right choice as far as the doctor, and the doctor is making the right choice for you not to take everything out.
Okay.
When you said the one doctor
Sorry for being so drastic.
Well, I was getting that when you were saying that the one doctor was going to take everything out, I was getting this huge no. So, Shauna, what were you picking up?
Oh, the same thing. You were picking up on that too. Like, no, like, no, like, So, the doctor you're with now, I think is, the one that's making the conscious thing, don't take everything out, go with the better pace. That's going to be better for you. It's the doctor that's honoring what you and your body need. And you made the right choice with that. I agree with Julie 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Is there anything else that we can help you with tonight?
I guess just one more thing. Well, knowing now that the surgery is going to go good, do you guys see having another child in the future with this change?
I can see it, but I don't see it right away. I don't see it right away. I don't see it like within the next year or two. I see it beyond that. So I see it a ways out. So yeah. Because your body is going to need time to recuperate before that can happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with Shauna. I'm picking up the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's it. That was very helpful.
Good.
And I'm excited about the new changes.
It will be a very good thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
A very good thing.
Okay.
So the best of luck with your surgery and with all the new exciting changes you've got coming ahead of you.
Okay. Thank you very much for you guys' help.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, Shauna, that's just so, it's so amazing. It's just about talking about honoring your body and what it needs. And that's huge. And so many, I find that so many doctors now have kind of lost that vision or whatever. And when you find one that is working with you, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
It is when they listen to you and what you want, what you need, and what you want for your body. They're a part of that whole thing. Honoring, what the knowledge you have too, right? Because hey, they went to school and they're knowledgeable too. But then, they have to take into consideration your feelings on things too, right? So that's huge.
Yes, absolutely,
huge.
So yeah, and awesome for Keisha for, taking this and jumping with it, because it is hard to change your diet, especially, when you've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. It's really tough to change.
It is hard, yeah. I know. I'm so proud of myself when I go to the store and I'm like, cool, I didn't pick up that, thing that I wanted that's really bad for me. I was like, I didn't do it. I put it back on the shelf and I was like, okay, I did it, and the easier it gets every time, right, with certain things. I mean, you got to sometimes treat yourself, right? You can't, but it's all about, moderation. And I feel like it's also really important too for people to be careful of, they go for the stuff that's diet, and that actually isn't as healthy as what you think. Like, some of those artificial sugars and all that, they're actually a lot more damaging for you because of the chemicals that they do have in them. So I just, advise people to be mindful of that too. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can get real severe stomach aches from some of those, things, but yeah, absolutely. But it looks like we are coming down to the end of our show already.
It goes so quick.
It goes so quick. So I invite you to visit our Facebook page, Your Time to Shine. And I also invite you to visit Shauna's Facebook page, Nature's Keeper. And Shauna, I thank you so much again for joining us this evening. It's so great to have you on the show with us.
Oh, thank you so much. It's always so fun. I love it. It's so fun. I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
And we also have a website, yourintuitivementors.com, if you want to contact Darlene or I, and we can also get you in touch with Shauna. So again, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you again next week.
Hi, I'm Mark. Thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R On the Air Psychic Talk Radio Now on Moonstruck TV. Enlightening television.
Hi, everybody. Back again. Yeah, I just wanted to do a reminder that the energies are pretty up and down at the moment. So if you're feeling a bit ungrounded, a reminder to do things like walk in nature, have a salt bath, honour yourself. You know, this is really a great time to look at deepening that self-healing and honouring who you are and stepping into your power. It is a fairly fast-paced next 6 months, I'm shown. So we will be stepping into some really great energy. We're pretty excited. We've just purchased our first American RV over here in Australia. There's not many of them around. We were fortunate enough to pick one up recently that we're actually picking it up tomorrow. So I will get some footage around that while we're on the road, because not next week, but the one after, we will be on the road, and I will get some footage not only inside but on the outside, and show you guys some of our beautiful countryside here in Australia. So providing it's not too windy. It is winter over here, but as we're heading north, it will be better weather. So we're a bit excited about that, and we're really rapt to pick up this motorhome that is pretty much been our dream motorhome. So we're very excited to be on the road, and I will be able to sort of do a little bit more travelling in intervals, working that in with family, and just having some time out. So, and that's also my reminder to you to have some time out. A lot of people are planning holidays or have had that travel bug too. So I've noticed that with my readings, a lot of information. I think I've already got one for one of the ladies that's connecting with me today. I've got some travel around as well. So it's been like every, 3 out of 4 readings I've had travel of some sort, of people feeling like they want to get away and just regroup and have some time out. And I sometimes think that over the middle of the year we've done that first half, and we need to regroup, ready for our second massive half of the year. Okay, Lucretia in Nashville, Tennessee. Yay! Hello.
Hey, yay! I'm fine, and you?
Good. Tennessee, yeah, love it, love it. Okay, would you like me to read out what I picked up for you today? Or did you have something specific you wanted to ask?
Let me see what you picked out for me.
Okay, all right. First of all, I got really strongly for you that there's intuitive nudges and many signs from above. So I felt like there's somebody, and I really felt a strong male connection around you in spirit that's stepping in and giving you lots of signs. And when I say signs, it's like almost prompts to go and do things and be open to opportunities that are coming along, and it's almost like there's a door that's been opened for you. And I feel like you've been a little bit stuck previous, but it's almost like the last, I want to say 2 months even, that things have started to pick up pace, and there's a lot of stuff happening around you, which is kind of exciting. There was also a reference to your soul yearning for a connection as well. So with that, there was a little bit of peace and quiet, and that's where the holiday, there was a holiday image that came for you as well, having a break, and there was a connection to water with that.
But I know you said somebody had like a strong male spirit around me.
Yes. Yep, you do.
Okay.
You do. Okay. And I can get a bit more information on him for you if you like.
Okay, please.
Yeah, okay. So it's like he's around you at the moment because of these opportunities and shifts and changes. Now, he feels like a father figure, but there's something to the side with him as well. Is your father in spirit?
No.
Okay. So who's because he comes across like a father figure, like he's got that feel to him, but I didn't feel he was directly. So is this a father-in-law?
No. The only one that I done got in spirit recently is my nephew who was just murdered.
Okay. So was he middle-aged?
He was like a father figure to my kid.
Yep. And was he middle-aged? So was he in his 40s?
No, he was in his 20s.
Okay, so he was younger. This male, I feel, is older, I have to say. So let me just connect. So your father's still here, and there's not a father figure in spirit to you. Right, let me see. All right, because I feel like this male coming through but it was like his life was cut short, but I felt like he felt middle-aged, so he felt like, he hadn't completed his life, and like it was cut short, but I didn't feel like he was younger, if that makes sense. With your nephew, what's his name? Because I pick up a lot through names with things like that.
His name is Quentin.
Quentin, okay. Okay. And you said he was murdered. So he was mixing with, there's a lot of different types of, how can I put it, influences around him, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a boy that he connects with. So is that your son?
Yes.
Yeah. So he was because it's like he wants to reference the boy specifically. So is the boy having a bit of struggle with things at the moment? Because I feel like that's why he's bringing him through.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So, and they were fairly close. So there's a similarity to this boy to your nephew, yeah?
Yes, their birthdays is a day apart.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because it's like he's my brother. There's a real connection there. And where does the connection fit with the dog? Because he's showing me also there's a dog. Is that around your son? Is there a dog still here?
No.
No, not that. Okay, because I just feel like he's referencing a dog or something to do with your son. You're not planning on getting a dog?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay, he's also showing me there was something about him that he had a feeling that he wasn't here for a long time. And I feel like he's showing me that whether that was his manner, he was here for a good time, not a long time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like he's referencing almost like he, not that I'm saying he predicted what was going to happen to him, but it's almost like he had a hunch that he wasn't going to be there forever. It's like he's referencing, I kind of had that bit of a intuition that he wasn't here for a really long life, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he's up there with a lady as well.
He what?
He's up there with a lady as well. He's bringing through a lady that's with him.
My granny.
Yeah. And it's like she's looking out for him. And is she a bigger lady? Like, because I feel like she'd give you a big hug, and she's like, there's so much of her.
Now, she wasn't a hugger, but you're a lover, but she wasn't a hugger.
Yeah, because it's like it's almost like she's stepping forward to say she's with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's around.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the intuition, so it's like he's giving you signs. Have you noticed that yourself? Things happening around you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
And after his murder, I have dreams. So after his murder, the dreams that I had years ago came back into play, but I didn't know who it was going to be. But when the dream came back to me, it was like he was fit inside the dream, and it was him.
Wow. That's amazing. So that's your intuitive nudges. There's a lot of signs around. So you had you were shown like a premonition of this, but it didn't come back to you till after it had happened.
Yes.
That's very common. It's almost like we're not fully shown what it is because we wouldn't have been able to stop it, but it does come back to say that we were connected with that. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
So with you, there's also that your soul is yearning for some peace and quiet. So there is that element I have to say, like having a break, having a holiday, and there's a connection to water as well.
Okay. I love water.
Yeah. So it's like if you haven't already planned your holiday, start to look into that. And it doesn't have to be for a long period of time, but it's like it's time for you to have a bit of a break and a regroup ready for your next step, because you've got some good stuff coming up. You've got some things opening up around you, and it's like this, obviously Quentin as well as this other male, and there's a few in spirit up there for you, but it's like they're all supporting you to push you to step up and be how can I put it? Be sort of in alignment and doing what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay? So it's like if the opportunities haven't opened up yet, they are going to.
Okay.
So, and I want to say to you, start saying yes.
Stop saying yes?
Yeah. So instead of saying, oh, no, I won't do that, start saying yes to some things.
Okay. I got you. I understand.
All right? Yeah. So just it's about changing things up because there's going to be openings for you, and it's like Spirit is stepping in to say, yay, we are going to orchestrate these things for you.
Okay.
All right. So don't doubt. It's almost like just follow what comes along and follow. Your intuition is heightened and it will get stronger. So really honour that because it's relevant. It's things that are really relevant. And your psychic side is, obviously you're very in tune. So it's a great option to be able to harness that in.
Okay.
Okay. If you have any other questions, please message me on my Facebook page, Australia Psychic Cowgirl. I have to move on to my second caller, but we did get cut off with, had to go a little bit shorter today with my connection. So please don't hesitate to message me for any more info you would like.
Okay. And message you how again?
It's a Australia Psychic Cowgirl. I'm on Facebook. Pop me a message in there. And there is an email tab there if you'd rather email. So, great. All right. Thank you so much.
You so much.
I look forward to you talking to you more.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Bye-bye. Okay, I've got Jeannie from Florida.
Yes, hello.
Hi. Hello, Jeannie. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good now that everyone can hear me. We've had a little bit of fun with our connection today. Yes, I can hear you really good.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Now, do you want me to go through a little bit that I picked up for you?
Yeah.
Or did you have something specific you wanted to ask me? Because we are a little bit short on time. I don't want to have to miss something for you.
I thought maybe you would have some insight on something that comes through.
Yep. There was an element that I picked up around study. Is there something that you've been thinking of doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the first thing that came up for you, and I've written down here, study something new that you've been thinking of doing already. And I also felt like there was a mother figure in spirit watching over you. I really got strongly a lady coming through for you.
Really?
Yeah. There was a reference with her. Yeah. You've got a few up there in spirit. There's a few in the family, and I feel like these, I want to say, like on your mother's side. There was I'll just share what I picked up. There was a reference to white roses and a sea name. It was almost like, there was something that sounded like a sea. And it's like she hangs out with you. So I really felt that you had a strong connection with her, and possibly when you were younger. So have a think about that. But normally they'll fit somewhere. Sometimes it's not always apparent straight away.
No, it's not. It's not coming right now, but...
Yeah. No, that's fine. So what was your question for me?
I was wondering about direction in life.
Yeah. So does the study, because it's like there's a different energy that's come around for you as well at the moment, and I know with all our moons and things happening, everyone's feeling a little bit rattled with making decisions moving forward. But there's a couple of decisions you've been weighing up that you're ready to kind of make changes on, but you haven't done so yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with which direction to go right now.
Yeah, okay. So with the two, can I ask, because I feel like with you there's two options. Would that be correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because it's like one is following your heart a bit more than the other, but it's like your logical mind is saying, no, maybe I should go the other way because logically everything ticks the boxes. And I have to say my feeling on it, or what I'm shown, is it's the one that stirs your heart up.
The heart.
Mm. And is this regarding moving as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's an element of movement. And I want to say to you, don't fear that. You know, like sometimes we can get a bit in our head overthinking things, because I feel like there's an element where you might be overthinking and that's stopping you making that decision.
Yeah.
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 So follow your heart, because it's time now. You're in alignment. There's like the study that I was shown isn't necessarily long study, but there's something else that you've always wanted to do that with this movement will allow you to be able to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I want to say around you, there's in the right place at the right time. So it's a little bit like that decision that you make with the movement will bring through the opportunities where you will go, yeah, that's what I've always wanted to do, a little bit more study, and actually that will facilitate your change in direction.
Okay, that's what I would need. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
stuck with that.
Yeah, and it is exciting, Jeannie. So don't. You know, I know change is often, and I feel like, have you been where you are for a long time?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So it's like, because they're showing me it's a big thing. Like, it's not just something that that you would just take lightly. It's a big shift for you, but it's going to bring in some great things. Are you going to be looking at is one of the options closer to family or around other people that you know?
Actually, to get away from them.
I get that.
Get away from them.
But
yeah.
Do you have friends or connections in one of the areas that you're looking?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
there you go.
No, I don't.
Well, maybe that's about making new connections, because I just feel like it's fresh, but it's fun. There's a lot of sense of fun. And, well, I want to say to you, with what I was shown, it's like it will feel like home. So I feel like when you look at the options, you'll go to one of the places and go, that's home to me. That feels good.
Home is where your heart is, right?
It is, exactly. And it's time to honour your heart now.
Something I've never done.
Okay. Well, good on you for having the nous to get up there and do it now. And I have to say, I have to pat you on the back to say it's a big move, but your trust and your faith is really going to be what helps you go forward and do what you need to do for you rather than for everybody else.
Yeah. So I need to continue my studies.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got some really cool stuff.
Get the courage to just jump.
Yes, and you will. It's kind of like I would describe what you're going through or having been through over the last few months is an awakening. And, it's like once you're awake, you can't go back to sleep. So for you, this is about honouring yourself, and it's about the study, doing what you love to do, and the area that you move to will be where you love to be.
Okay.
Okay, and the universe is going to answer with yes, yes, and yes for that. So I always get shown that as a really good sign. You will not look back.
Okay.
Okay, so don't hesitate to honour doing what is right for you.
Okay.
It's time, sister. It's a whole new path for you. It's really exciting. So get a bit excited too, Jeannie, I have to say. Okay?
Yeah, it's something I've been throwing around in my head for quite a while.
Yeah, do it. They're saying, do it.
For it.
Go for it. Absolutely. You will not look back, I promise you. Please keep in touch and let me know. I love to hear the stories of that.
Okay. Well,
you're going to be an inspiration for others.
Yeah.
Okay, I must wrap up now. They're giving me that I've talked enough. Please don't hesitate to message me on my Facebook page.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Please keep us posted on how you go.
Okay, thank you, dear.
Take care. Okay, that's about a wrap for me with my dodgy internet connection today. Yay! We made it. Dave, the producer, will be pretty excited. We got our show done. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Signing out from here in Australia, Australia Psychic Cowgirl. Thank you for listening. Yay!
Hi guys, welcome to the Meeting Garuda show on A1R Psychic Radio. My guides and spirits always show me the past, the present and the future. In my opinion, everybody deserves their own happiness. Many life situations that I see in my job as a medium do not fit the life some people lead. I also am confident about the fact that many people who act negative in life actually are positive. But due to several painful and restless circumstances in their lives, people get frustrated, influenced, and express negative behavior, especially sometimes towards other people. There are so many different people here on Earth. Think about the fact that every energy is completely unique. There will never be two exact the same energies ever. It is the behavior of certain energies that can have many similarities, or the result of being a kind of energy may result in the same behavior. But what I'm trying to say is, you definitely will need to live your own life. Everybody has dreams, so that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. But everybody is different. So everybody experiences their dreams in their own way. For example, if you are in a relationship, following your dreams will not automatically result in the fact that if you choose for your dreams, you will lose everything or you will need to leave everything behind. So if you read between the lines, it is fear that's holding you back. People are afraid to lose connections by choosing for themselves. Is that logical? Well, yes. It is easy to advise what to do in life, and many people already know what they would like to do, but it is too difficult to put it into practice sometimes. Again, the fear is responsible for this choice, to stay in your current situation. So you have a choice, of course, but is the resistance in your current situation big enough to change your point of view? Mostly that's the point in your life where you will need to change. Because people wait to a specific point in their lives. This change can result in a major adjustments you will need to do in your current situation. So therefore, I definitely advise to act preventive. I mean, try to follow your dreams as soon as possible to avoid difficulties by waiting. And that's what I love about my job. I do not only give you predictions, but I also motivate and inspire you to achieve your goals. Many people just underestimate themselves and do not realize of what they're capable of. Everybody has the right of their personal happiness. You only live once in this lifetime. You should get everything out of it, what's in there. And do not say right now, there is nothing in there for me, or I do not deserve to be happy, or I can do it, and so on. Do not take this wrong, because what I want to say is that I fully understand your position. But give yourself a challenge and try to think for yourself. Giving up is no option. And what I always say in the Dutch language, cannot do is dead, and is lying next to don't want to do. So you always have a choice, and you will only experience your strength and capacities by going through some heavy times, of which you've underestimated. Because look back to your past. There are many people with experiences that if they knew in advance about what they had to go through, they had made another choice. Some things just happen to us, we cannot avoid that. But you will be able to use this negativity to help yourself. That were many words for you just to say you may follow your dreams. They are there to give you the signal you can achieve them. Don't be disappointed when you feel you fail to get to your dreams. It is not an easy road to travel, of course, but the things you do out of your heart are never easy roads to travel. That's because you feel yourself traveling towards your dreams. You experience this process close to yourself instead of from a distance, from your head. Go in there and show everybody what your dreams are. Be proud of yourself. Because I definitely am confident everybody can have the choice and can follow their dreams. But it always depends on your situation where you're into right now. That's about the resistance, what I was talking about. But let's switch over to my energy and let's tune into some other energy, because I see we have a caller. It's Gloria from Duncan, Oklahoma. Good evening, Gloria. Hello, Gloria.
Hello, yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I can barely hear you, though.
Can you hear me correctly?
No, I really can't. You sound like you're in a bucket.
So, do you have a question for me, or do you want me to look general at your position?
No, go ahead and tell me what you know.
Okay, let's find out something about you, what my spirits can tell me. What I feel is that you're a really spiritual person. You're very highly sensitive. That's the first thing that comes up to me right now. I also feel some resistance in your life at the moment. You're kind of stuck at the moment because I feel some tears in my eyes. So they indicate me that you face some difficulties and some sadness right now in your position. Let's see. I see some love life at your side, but I'm definitely not sure you are very happy at the moment, or you're very confident with yourself at this moment. And you have a relationship right now, or is there somebody in your present who is close to you?
Yes.
Yes. So what I feel about your position right now is that you're a little bit holding yourself back at the moment. It's like you're not really self-confident in moving on in your relationship. It's not only your relationship, but it's also it also affects some career point. It also affects generally your personality. So you have a very strong personality, very positive and kind personality. That's your spirituality. But I feel there is a lot of doubt to move on with yourself. So I feel you are looking at your goals, and there are also no things really holding you back right now, but you're a little bit insecure and uncertain, and that is holding you back a little bit. That's the break on your life right now, because I see there is a lot of positivity in your future. In your past, I just see some equal area. So that means to me, you have been through your past. There is nothing that is resulting for you in negativity. There's nothing attached to you from your past. So you feel to me quite strong, but not really confident. And because of that, you're not really moving on. About moving on, are you planning to move location?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah, because I feel there is a change in your living environment. And I feel there is some, I get the confirmation from my spiritual guides because they give me the goosebumps, and then I know it's correct. Because the movement I see another location for you guys. But I feel some difficulties, I feel some sadness. I think that's also the point that's holding you back a little bit, because you really would like to move on, but you're just doubting about both of your capacities. Is it the right decision we make? Is it right for us? Is the timing correctly? Don't we lose everything? Do we manage this financially? There's a lot of sorrow in your mind, but I also feel some stress high in my chest when I tune into your energy. So that means to me, you're not really living out of your heart at the moment. You are a very intuitive person, so you feel correctly with your heart what you would like to achieve, but you're doubting, and that's because you're a little bit afraid. And if you're afraid, it is fear, and that's your head who is trying to guide you.